How's it going, everybody? Just want to go and post a video. It's kind of about the update here at RTI. So far, everything's still been going good. Like any other job. Now, what I've been having trouble with lately is loads getting pulled off you. Because the driver might be closer or this and that, but I can understand that in a way, but it's kind of taking the money off you where your dispatcher and somebody else already planned it on you. Somebody else goes to take it off you and everything. Between that, I'm still getting good miles as long as they don't do that. Every time I ever make a video, I know what the heck I'm going to say, then I turn the camera on and I was going to brain fart. Truck's still doing good. They have a recall on it. I'm going to try to get it fixed. I was over in Knoxville, Tennessee earlier, and they didn't have me planned up after I delivered there at 6 o'clock this morning, so it's 5 o'clock Kansas time. And I said, the hell with it, I'm just going to go ahead and go on home and basically relax there for a while. I haven't been home in a little bit. And plus, you gotta start looking at wedding stuff as far as getting the wedding cake ordered. Basically, that's all I gotta worry about. Wedding cake. And just doing finger foods, not doing no complete extravagant meal or anything. The only one thing that's been pissing me off about Riverside RTI is some people in different departments does not give a shit how they do their job. I actually came close to quitting last week because a 913-mile trip and then layover pay for a vetted load was not paid out to me. Excuse me. And it was a return load from where somebody picked it up down in Louisiana. He took it up to Kansas, and it was rejected sugar, and so I took it back down there to the shipper, and I scanned in the paperwork. Excuse me, Lord. Not really the best thing to have is twangy lemonade while you're coughing. Basically, I had scanned in my paperwork. Trip number, everything that I had to put down. All the numbers that they gave me. Truck number, trailer, trip, driver code, even where it picked up and dropped off at. Well, I kept on getting told by payroll, well, whenever you have a live unload, you gotta send the paperwork in, not just a trip envelope. Okay, well, if you're getting a trip envelope, then why aren't you seeing all the other pages too? And I kept on telling them that. And it's like it wouldn't get through their head. Then I started having, what was it? The people who, I guess, does the billing to everybody, the payroll accountants or whoever they are, trying to tell me, oh, well, even though it's brokered by C.H. Robinson, we still got to have the paperwork. So I basically called and left a nice message, basically telling them that they need to get their damn glasses on and start looking at it. Now, let me remind you, this started on Thursday, and it didn't get resolved until Friday. And it's still kind of not resolved right now, but I'll get into that in a minute. So we kept on arguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And finally had to get Josh brought into it, and my driver manager. Pretty bad whenever driver manager has to do with stuff that payroll's supposed to do. So they started trying to get it situated, I was still getting told, well, you need to send the paperwork in. And it took for my driver manager to basically stop everything on his fleet to go back, and I gave him this confirmation code for the Transflow Express, where they give you that little receipt. Always, if you're here and you scan it in with Transflow, keep that damn receipt. And he went on there and looked, everything was there. The only thing I didn't do was shade in 5 on the trip number, which that shouldn't have made a difference if they were able to look at it. But still, to this day, payroll is basically trying to say it was my fault that I didn't scan in the paperwork whenever it's there, and everybody can see it. So that's one thing you do gotta watch. And apparently on Thursdays, as soon as the payroll is sent out, they pop smoke. Because my driver manager was trying to get it started and finished on Thursday, and it didn't. It lasted all day Friday. Now, they finally got it supposedly fixed. Trying to tell my driver manager, hey, cut him a comm check for $126. It was either $125 or $126. I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, no, there ain't no damn way for that miles to get paid that little bit. Because the way that they done it, I technically paid RTI almost all my money except for $125 to pull their load. Now let me remind you, 913 miles and then $200 layover for to carry New Mexico for the FedEx. So then they had to go back and look at it and redo everything. And they finally cut me another check for a whole lot more. Now the problem with that is, on behalf of their fuck up, I had to send my fiance an express code so she could go to the pilot, because where we're at and everything where we live, there's a Love's and a pilot in North Carolina. And of course the pilot's cheaper than the Love to cash a comm check. So she went there. Almost $20 it cost me to cash the check of my paycheck that they fucked up on, just so I could get my money. So I was asking my dispatcher, hey, is RTI going to pay for this shit, since it was their fuck up? I already had everything scanned in, because I basically lost $20. And he said, yeah, he's going to talk to Josh and Deborah about it. And I basically told him, I was like, since it was her mistake, her fuck up, they should cover it, because it's not my responsibility, or I don't see where I should pay for it whenever it was their mess up, whenever I already had the envelope, paperwork all scanned in. And they kept on basically just calling me a liar, but without saying, hey, you're a liar. So that's one thing that pisses me off, and I even tried to call to get it straightened out. They won't answer their damn phones. They won't call you back. They won't even call you back and say, hey, driver, I'm sorry, I messed up, I got a lot of stuff going on. They hide behind the walls apparently now, and you got to go through your driver manager just to get anything done. Because today is Monday, and it's 10:33 where I'm at, because I'm heading home right now. And I have yet to receive a phone call from payroll or anything explaining their mess up. So that's another thing. And basically the only thing that's been going on lately that I don't agree with, and I think it's bullcrap. So other than that, heading home right now, since they had me a load planned up, and I wasn't going to just sit around and twiddle my thumbs whenever I'm this close to the house. and I'm gonna go home and see my baby girl for a little while and see Kirsten and do probably go down to Chuck E. Cheese sometime this week so we can go have fun with her. And also gotta go and look at cake designs and everything because we're gonna have the wedding on July the 9th. My fiance's birthday is on the 4th, and then my daughter's birthday is on the 14th. We're not having anything on the 14th. We're gonna have it on the 15th. So it's on a weekend, so it'll accommodate everybody. And then between that, we're gonna have our honeymoon down to Myrtle Beach. So got a lot of crap going on. So yeah, basically that's it. As far as all the mess ups and screw ups and all that stuff there. And also, if you pick up from Coors Light or Miller, whatever you want to call it, down there in Fort Worth, Texas, I feel sorry for you. I was hating my life. Heavy head slow, they will not rework it. They are over on Axel. The broker most likely is going to be C.H. Robinson, and they try to go ahead and trap you into whenever you're getting a load saying, well, if it's over on the axles, we will not rework it, it'll come out of your pocket and blah blah blah. So always just watch that for y'all, for the owner operators and everything else. Just cover your ass. So anyways, y'all have a good one. Be careful. Be safe.